Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6th. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6th. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6th. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6th. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6th. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6th. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6th. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6th. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6th. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itta-Bena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6th. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs! Alabama A&M Bulldog will take on Mississippi Valley Devils in Itabena, Mississippi at Rice Cotton Stadium, March 6th. For more information go to www.amusports.com. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome back to TM Elmore Gymnasium as the Bulldogs are here to host the Panthers of Perry University. But before we get started on the game, we have to talk about how football season is officially upon us here, as every game matters, as Coach Maynard preached to us last homestand here at Elmore Gymnasium. Prior to the game, we'll be looking forward to hearing from him as well today. What do you expect from this Bulldogs team coming up this season?
I feel like this is the most pressure that's been on the A&M team in the second, where we've been improving every year. We have a great talent at quarterback and Akil. We have some great receivers that's returning. And like you said, I really want to see where our defense is at. We've defense wasn't as good as it usually been last year. But we have some returning players, and we also have a lot of great young players coming in. So I like to see where we look Saturday. Definitely will be a good testing point to see where the rest of the season goes, especially with us only having 6 games this season.
Absolutely. With 6 games this season, every single one count. And so far, the Bulldogs have put on a win on the board, actually, due to Alcorn State having to forfeit their games this season.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So with that being, well, with the 1-0 start, just another step towards it. I know they, like you said earlier, Coach wanted that game against Alcorn, that revenge game. He felt he had that game last year, and then with Alcorn being a consistent at the top of their standings, definitely like to see where our team is at against Mississippi Valley this week.
Mike, let me see Mike. Oh. Yeah, we can do it now. Might as well. Speaking of which, we have a special guest upon us today. Coming in. So let's go. As we're going to get the starting lineups here for both teams. We have a special guest upon us here at Elmore Gymnasium as we're getting both starting lineups here. I'm being joined by none other than the men's head coach and a part of this A&M Bulldogs renaissance here, Coach Connell Maynard. Coach, you guys had a pretty interesting preseason so far. Teams are opting out. Players are opting out. What have you guys been preaching so far to this Bulldog team coming in that every game counts?
Well, you just got to do what you can do, and you can do everything right with this thing and still get COVID, and still have people having to quarantine. So it's really out of our control, and so we just got to do everything we can do as far as social distancing, wearing our masks, stay 6 feet apart, and wash your hands as much as possible, and hope that we don't get any cases. And so far, we've been blessed not to have like one case. So and then A&M is doing a great job of testing on Mondays and Fridays, all the athletes and the students, and then we have to check in every day, and we got to get our temperature checked. And so as long as your temperature is low and you don't have any symptoms, you get your pass, and then you can do everything else all day long. So if you miss check-in or you fail check-in, then of course you can't be around anybody else. So the protocol that we have in place is excellent and it's showing that it's working.
Absolutely, Coach. You guys, in my opinion, had the best offense in the SWAC last season. How vital is it to fill in for a void like Jordan Bentley, like you guys had past season?
Well, you know, Jordan, anytime you have a great player like Jordan Bentley, rush for 1,400 yards and up for national awards and things of that nature, you know, it's tough to replace him with one person. So you got to try to do it by committee.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to try to do this year. And I don't like to play, as you saw last year, I still got the backup running back a lot of carries last year, and Gary Quarles and those guys. So I don't like to just run one running back and wear him down because, as you know, the average lifespan for a running back in the NFL is like 7-8 years.
Right.
They just take too much of a pounding. So I don't like to just run and force feed one guy anyway. So we're going to play running back by committee.
Absolutely, Coach. Akil Glasses came such a long way from his freshman year to now. What did you guys get to him when you first met him? What did you preach to him, and what did you guys help build and develop along the way for him?
Well, the first thing was he threw everything harder, full speed. So we had to teach him, look, you got a big arm, you got a NFL-type arm, but you can't throw every pass hard. You know, you got to know your personnel. If you're throwing to a running back or a tight end or a receiver that don't have great hands, you got to kind of touch that ball up to those guys. And then the tighter the coverage, the harder you throw the ball. The more wide open they are, then you can take something off and just complete the pass. So that was a learning process for him, and he picked it up, and he's been getting better and better with it every year.
Coach, we've been preaching about the culture with basketball, but we can't go without talking about it with football as well, as the game has just got tipped off. How did you guys change the culture from what it was earlier prior to you getting here to where it is now, to where we're actually SWAC champion contenders and looking forward to more than just winning the SWAC?
Well, it's a mindset and a mentality, expectations, all of those things that they didn't have in the past. You know, the coaches didn't talk about winning championships and playing for SWAC championship and the Celebration Bowl. And we talked about it since day one, and that's what we expect out of our players. So we expect them to prepare that way, prepare like a champion. What are you going to do different? Because, you know, a 500 team, a 6-4 team, they're just average, you know. So what are you going to do to make yourself above average? What are you going to do different to separate yourself from everybody else in this conference? And that's the things we talked about in the culture from day one, to make yourself a champion. Because at the end of the day, it's only going to be one champion in every conference, okay? So if it was easy, everybody would be champions. So it ain't easy, so what are we going to do? What are you going to do different from what you've been doing, and what's going to make you the best team in this conference?
Absolutely, Coach. Recruiting-wise, we've been really good this season, especially given the fact that next season, as we got a shot clock violation here, especially next season, there's going to be an expansion here in the SWAC. As you know, Bethune-Cookman and FAMU are joining the family. How beautiful is to see this SWAC conference grow to what it is now, having Deion Sanders at Jackson State. Alabama State is improving. Southern is still here, as well as Alcorn will be back next season.
Right. It's great, man. You know, we consider ourselves the SEC of black college football now. You know, we definitely have the biggest conference and the best conference and the best conference. You know, it's not just the biggest, it's the best. We got the best teams. You know, we got like as you said, we got FAM and Bethune coming in, two great programs.
Awesome.
Traditionally great, been great and good the last couple of years to go along with the Alcorns and the Grambling and the Southerns and the A&Ms and the Alabama States. And so it's just going to be a battle every week. You know, the team that comes out of this conference is going to have a very good football team. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Coach, back in your days, were you an awesome ball player growing up?
Basketball player?
Absolutely.
I was a good basketball player. I had the opportunity to play in college, but my football coach won't let me play because I hurt my sternum on my shoulder, and he wanted me to be 100% the next year for my senior year because I was player of the year as a junior. So he didn't want me to play basketball, and then my shoulder would keep nagging, and then by summer, it don't have time to heal up. I won't be able to play football. So he didn't let me play basketball. But I played intramurals, and, you know, I probably averaged mid 20s, 26, 27 points in intramural
Oh, okay.
basketball, and I really had a chance to make the team and play, but my coach didn't let me, so it was fine. Football was paying my scholarship, so.
Coach, what do you think about the landscape of high school football now, where most players aren't actually taking too much time off in any off season growing up now, where these football players now are getting better younger, they're playing more younger, and they're putting a lot of miles on their bodies at a younger age as well.
Yeah, that's kind of what we did. I mean, I did. Well, anyway, I played all three sports. So, football season, I was playing football. Basketball season, I was playing basketball, and then baseball season, of course, I played baseball. So now, with all the concussions and things of that nature, they're trying to cut back a little bit on the high school kids and the younger kids playing football because of that. But it's good that they're doing it because they're getting developed at a younger age and learning the game faster.
Coach, when it comes to recruiting on this Bulldog team, what type of players do you guys generally look for?
Oh, we look for difference makers. We look for guys that love the game of football. You know, um, character guys. Because when you got bad character off the field, then you're gonna have it on the field. And so we look for good character guys, guys with good grades, football players, guys that love the game of football, guys that want to practice, guys that want to lift weights, guys that want to watch film. The coach say, look, coach, this guy's a football player. Okay, that's the type of guys we want, because those guys are champions, those guys are fighters, those guys are warriors. You can depend on those guys. That's the guy you can go in the back alley with, So those are the type of players we look for, just all around good players and people.
Absolutely, Coach. We appreciate you again for coming on and joining us here on the live stream. And we look forward to seeing you guys play next week at Mississippi Valley State, correct?
Yep, and Mississippi Valley State, 6 o'clock p.m.
Coach, what can you expect out of this team as last season they were a pretty tough team for us last year, but we were still able to prevail against them?
Yeah, Mississippi State is improving. Their head coach is in his second year, and he's doing a great job with those guys, getting them competing. Got some talent down there, and got some good coaches. And so you have to be ready to play. Mississippi Valley in the past used to be a game where everybody looked forward to a stat game, if you want to say. And but it's not that way anymore. You better come to play. If you don't, you'll leave there with an L. So we'll be prepared. Our guys understand that Mississippi Valley is not the old Mississippi Valley, and that we got to play to get out there with a W.
Absolutely. Coach, one last question before you go. Will we see you compete again for QB competitions on Fridays?
Oh, yeah, we'll start it up this week. We have a quarterback competition this week, and I plan on being 1-0.
I appreciate you again for joining us here on the live stream, Coach. Thanks again.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Absolutely. That was Coach Connell Maynor joining us here on the live stream. As we have a timeout on the floor, the Bulldogs lead 6-2 with 15:56 remaining here in the first half. As we really look forward to Bulldog football returning here in the spring next week, as Coach Maynor said, March 6th at 6 o'clock at Mississippi Valley State. You can check that game out actually on ESPN3. Welcome back to the AAMU Athletics live stream. As the Bulldogs only call for a travel. Juwan, we got a pretty interesting game here so far as the Bulldogs have jumped out to a 6-2 lead here on a really good Panthers basketball team.
Yeah, this is definitely a big game for our Bulldogs team. The Panthers are 9-0 in the conference, and also on a 9-game winning streak. They haven't lost since December 30th against TCU. So this is definitely a big matchup, but we're playing well so far. We're playing physical, not letting them get anything easy, and then we've hit a couple of nice shots as EJ. So we're playing good so far, and we have to stop them defensively. They have two good scorers in Cam Mack and Jawan Daniels, and they're both averaging 13 points per game. So I like to see how our Bulldog defense holds up against their two scorers.
As that foul is going to go on Dalen Smith. That'll be his first, team's first. As this is a really good Byron Smith-led Perryview A&M Panther team, as they've generally been at the top of the conference more years than not than I can remember, especially within the last 5 years. They've always been one of the top-tier teams within this conference, a standard, basically a measuring stick game here for this Bulldog team.
Yeah, they're always a tough team. They have, especially this year, athleticism throughout the whole starting five. Also, coming off the bench, they have some decent scorers. They have some nice big men. Then they have some shooters as well. So it's just a nice all-around team, and that shows why they're 9-0 in the conference. But I feel if we can slow them down scoring and make this a real battle, I think our Bulldogs will be fine.
Nice step back there from Tatum as that three is up no good. Nice slam there from Juwan Daniels.
See, those are the plays we don't need. Getting them out in fast break, getting those dunks like that can energize the team. And with this team being on a winning streak like they are, we have to do our best to keep them out of rhythm.
Smith three is no good. Rebounded by Tatum. He finds Smith again as the ball was stolen. Here comes the Panthers. Davis, nice find over to Cox. That layup is up and good. The Bulldogs are now trailing by one. A little bit of miscommunication as Williams turned the ball over.
And those are two quick ones, and that was the story of our game last week against Southern University. We had 17 turnovers as a team. I'm pretty sure Coach Howard wants us to cut down on that, and the way we're playing so far, we have four turnovers so far in this game, so I'm pretty sure Coach is in their ear about that.
Three's up, no good by Mack, but he was able to track down the ball. Mack thought about a three, swings it over to Briscoe. As Gambrell's three was no good. Here comes Hicks. Hicks mid-range is up. It's good, Garrett Hicks.
Yeah, nice little crossover into the jumper. Need a lot of those. He had a cold game last week against Southern. Expect him to get some more buckets today as he's back at home in Elmore.
There's yet another turnover here for the Bulldogs. That three is up, no good. Williams has it. He swings it over. Riley for three, stepped out of bounds.
See, that's the thing we can't do. We can't let that defensive pressure get into our head, especially when it's coming off a high turnover game like we did. We have to play smart. Can't let this team get any type of rhythm, any type of lead, because they'll run away with one quick.
As Mack has the ball, he's met. Good to see forward Anjay Cortez back and on the floor for this Bulldog team, as he's missed the last few games with the wrist injury.
Yeah, Andre has definitely been one of those good, a good pick about those four freshmen we have that all get consistent minutes. Andre he's a great shooter. He's very athletic. Definitely one of the more bouncy players on our team. He's also a great defender. So definitely a much needed player coming back in this game, especially with us being down one player already.
Nice swing pass there from Hicks. We're going to get an offensive foul called. As Bulldogs have a new face on the floor, Miles Parker, the junior from Madison Academy, is finally able to get his first taste of SWAC basketball. Nice rebound there from Cortez. Here comes Hicks and the Bulldogs as he's met with a double team.
See, you can't let him get set up in that press.
Riley tries for three. No good. Nearly tipped by two Bulldogs there with Cortez and Hicks, but still not able to find the basket. Roberts had the ball. Mack has it with just 10 seconds on the shot clock. He stepped out of bounds. Great defense there by Andre Cortez to crowd the baseline to give him very limited space to move there. As we have a timeout on the floor, the Bulldogs trail by 4 early on here in the first half, 12-8. Juwan, just several miscues here for this Bulldog team as they were hot and got going early on the board and struck first against this experienced and well-coached Prairie View Panther team. What do you expect the Bulldogs to make as far as adjustments here as they've sort of cooled off?
Yeah, we need to play smarter. We're playing well defensively. We're making every shot they take tough. We're moving well with them. But on the offensive side, you can't let that pressure coming from the press hinder us. We're turning the ball over a little loosely right now. We need to clean our game up. And if we could just get the ball down court and get into our half-court offense and get a couple more shots going, as we've seen Garrett get one and also Dallin, if we could just get into the flow of our offense and not let this press make us play the turnover game with them, we'll be fine.
With 11:36 remaining here in the first half, the Bulldogs trail 12-8. As we talked to Coach Maynard earlier on here in this ball game and got a real good sense of where he stands as not only with this team, but as far as the SWAC as a whole. We're seeing things come together for this conference really fast and extremely well with having Bethune-Cookman and FAMU joining the conference next season.
Yeah, and those will definitely be two great additions. We have been improving our play every year, and SWAC is not only just good basketball, but it has good football as well. So those two additions, not only on the sports side, but I know with the bands as well, it'll be a great addition to the SWAC. So I like to see how they play out this year with the new teams coming in next year.
Jalen Johnson is going to check in for this Bulldog team. Riley has the ball. He swings it over to Hicks. Hicks makes a nice move on the right side. He thought about driving in. He's going to be met with Johnson. Johnson has the ball. Tough drive. Right-hand layup is good. Jalen Johnson.
Great play right there by Jalen. It's nice to see him get going. He's definitely one of the leading scorers for this team as he's coming off a 19-point game.
Hicks with the steal. Right-hand layup is up, no good, but he's going to be fouled at the line for two. That foul is going to go on Roberts. Into the ball game for the Bulldogs is going to be number 11, Abba Lawal.
Nice to see Gary getting some points in. He's already scored more points today in these first 10 minutes than he did last week. So nice to see him getting on the scoreboard early.
Prairie View team is weaving through the offense. Tough baseline drive. The wall's going to be called for a foul.
And even though it was a foul right there, that's how we have to play. We can't let them get into the paint easy. We have to force them into jumpers. That so far in this game, they've really been attacking the paint.
Daniels, tough drive. It's up over the wall. No good. Able to grab his own offensive rebound. That shot is no good. As Riley throws the ball out of bounds, looking for Garrett Hicks.
That's the second time that's happened today. Just moving a little too fast. Have to get settled. This is a good team we're playing. When we turn it over and giving up positions like that, that can really come back to hurt us.
Great defense there as the ball went off of the leg of Williams. Great defense there by Tatum and Hicks as well.
Yeah, good job by Tatum. He got his hand in there, got the ball loose, and not only knocking it loose, but knocking it off the defender.
Checking again for the Panthers is going to be Briscoe as well as Cox. Hicks looking inside for the wall, nothing there. Tough mid-range from Tatum, no good. Great tip by Lawal. Johnson's able to track the ball down as he stepped out of bounds. Tough possession there for the Bulldogs. Into the ball game for the Panthers is going to be Juwan Daniels, as well as Dalen Smith for the Bulldogs. Tough pass there for Gambro, as he wasn't able to track that one down. Bulldogs are going to take over here. 15 turnovers so far shared between both teams. A lot of miscues being took place.
And then especially with us, like I said earlier, coming off the big turnover game we already had, if we can clean our game up, we can come away with the lead. Turnovers has definitely been the voice of this game so far.
Yes, we're going to have a foul there on Cox. That'll be his first. Tatum is met with a double team. He finds Johnson. Johnson poked in the eye, was looking for Hicks. Wide open on the left wing.
And that's how we have to attack them. They're double teaming, coming attacking us like that on the defensive side. You have to move quick and make the smart passes. Somebody's definitely open if you're being double teamed.
Johnson has the ball. He's met with a double team in the corner. Nice drive. Shots up, no good, but he's going to be fouled at the line for two. That blocking foul is going to go on Briscoe. That'll be Briscoe's first.
And like I just said, great job of attacking the double team, not letting them sit and trap you right there in the corner and drawing the foul right there by Jalen Johnson.
As we have a substitution for the Panthers, it's going to be Juwan Daniels. So you'll be hearing his name a lot Also, checking again is going to be Jeremiah Gambrill. As Johnson wasn't able to knock down the pair. 1-point ball game here for the Bulldogs as they lead 13-12. As that three's up, no good by Mack. Nice hustle there by the Bulldogs as they'll hold on to it. Checking in for the Bulldogs is going to be number 1, Miles Parker. If you're not familiar with Parker, he's from the Alabama area. Excellent forward coming from the University of Auburn under the Bruce Pearls led Auburn Tigers. Hicks over to Parker, back to Hicks. Hicks thought about driving as the double team comes. He swings over to Tatum. Tatum has the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He's met by Mack. He swings it over to Smith. Smith three is up, no good. Mack swings it over to Williams. His shot's up, no good. Rebounded by Smith. Here comes Hicks. Hicks weaving through transition. Ball nearly stolen there by Williams as Tatum has the ball up top. The wall over it. Tough pass over there from Tatum. Hicks kicks it over to Parker. Parker tries the three. His first shot is up, no good. Nice rebound by Hicks as it's blocked off the glass by Briscoe.
Yeah,
what a block there.
Yeah, that definitely was a nice one right there. And it seems like both teams have picked it up defensively. Both teams reached a stalemate offensively. It hasn't been a basket in the second.
We're going to have a timeout on the floor with 7:45 remaining here in the first half. The Bulldogs lead by just one, 13-12. Juwan, this Bulldog team is hanging in so far. Absolutely a little bit of a mess here earlier on in this first half. Things are seeming to simmer down for both teams as they're getting into their offenses earlier now.
Oh, yes. Like you said, it's just been a real sloppy game. It's 15 turnovers combined between both teams, and they're also both not shooting that well from the field, with both teams shooting 25% from the field goal percentage and 14% from the three. So both teams are going to be looking to clean their game up. But I know Coach Howard, with this being the top team in the conference, knowing that he has 9 turnovers and shooting 25%, but is up by 1, I'm pretty sure if he can clean up on those mistakes and get the offensive rhythm going, he can definitely stretch his lead out as we as we're closing in on the final minutes of this first half coming soon.
After the horn, the Bulldogs are going to have Williams as well as Parker. Alongside, it's going to be Smith in the front court as Tatum and Hicks are going to finish up the 5 in the backcourt. Three's up, no good there by Gambrill Jr. As Daniel stepped out of bounds, we'll have a substitution on the floor. As Cox as well as Briscoe are going to check back into this game. Putting on a full court press. As Tatum is going to be met by Cox. Tatum on the left wing. He brings it over to the right side of the floor as he was met with a screen from Williams. Parker swings it over to Hicks. Hicks tries the three. It's good. Garrett Hicks for 3.
And that was a great job by Parker, drawing the double team to him and swinging it to the open Garrett Hicks for the jump shot.
3 ball had to feel good coming out of his hands here as he's starting to get hot earlier on here in this first half. We're going to have a foul on the floor. That foul is going to go on Smith.
And that's just the second one of the half so far for us. So if we can get a couple more of those to fall, that might open up our offense a little more for our bigs and E.J. Williams and Jalen Johnson.
Checking again for the Panthers is going to be number 3. Bo Nigel, the 6'8" forward from Los Angeles, California, transferred from Detroit Mercy. Tatum swings it over to Smith. Smith inside to Williams at the free throw line. He's going to kick the ball back out to Tatum. He's made with a double screen from Williams and Johnson. He finds Johnson up top. Johnson, tough left hand drive. He was looking for Williams to kick over to on the other side of the floor. He wasn't able to find him.
And that's what turnovers lead to, fast break buckets, and especially when the team's in a cold slump like the Panthers are offensively right now, you don't want to give them no type of way to get no type of offensive rhythm going.
Nice skip pass there to Smith. Smith layup is up, no good. Here comes the Panthers as Mack has the ball. He's racing down the floor. He finds Bo. Mack thought about a 3. Takes a drive inside. He's going to be fouled. As that foul is going to go on E.J. Williams. That'll be his first.
And that right there gives us 6 on the half, so definitely need to clean up the game. With 6 minutes still being left in the game, don't want to be playing the free throw game early in this first half.
Cam Mack, the 6'2" redshirt junior out of Austin, Texas, the University of Nebraska transfer. A lot of transfers on this Prairie View team, but is probably generally why they're so elite is that they get a lot of these really talented early prospects that transfer out from their prior schools, and they join Prairie View and join a family here. And Coach Smith has really put together that culture over there in Texas to where it's like automatic here, where a lot of their players are seasoned, well coached, and extremely well on defense. As we see, they force the Bulldogs into a lot of turnovers so far.
Like you said, when you can get those big name transfers to come, most of the time when it's a transfer like that, it's a player that isn't getting the minutes that he wants at the school, but know he has the talent. So it's always going to be tough when you're going against those top-level opponents, and then especially when they're coached by a coach like Scott, who's also has success in this conference and knows what to expect out of these teams. When you put those two factors together, it's always going to add up to a good program like Prairie View has right now and been having these last couple of years.
Tatum, nifty behind the back move as he gets through the trap. He finds Hicks. Hicks in the corner. Looking for Tatum. He turns the ball over. There comes Mack. Mack driving down the floor. He finds Williams. Williams pushed off. Offensive foul. Great defense there by Javon Tatum.
Yeah, great momentum shift right there. We needed that play as Prairie View was starting to get a little rhythm going. They're getting a couple plays. They're forcing a lot of turnovers. They're just not getting the baskets after them. So definitely still need to clean up our game as we're in double digit turnovers already with 5 minutes in the first half.
We also want to congratulate the A&M track team as well, as we had a multitude of male and female athletes place very high here in the last SWAC championship.
Yeah, it's always nice to hear good things about our track and field team. They tend to go under the radar sometimes, and they're definitely a well program. And when you can have multiple athletes place high in the event, it's definitely great news to hear. I'd like to see how our track and field program goes from here.
As we'd like to congratulate Denise Loney on her first place. As we have a two-hand slam from Jalen Johnson. We'd like to congratulate Denise Loney on placing first in pole vault. As Smith was able to grab the rebound, he's going to be fouled.
And yeah, here at the A&M athletic page, we take good pride in any type of championship in any sport. So it's definitely good to see another medal coming here in Norman, Alabama.
At the line for a 1-and-1 is Dalen Smith.
Even though he missed the free throw right there, Dalen has definitely been a big part of our team as a freshman. Been a great wing, definitely one of the better shooters on the team, and just a great all-around player for this Bulldog team.
Shots up, no good. Rebounded by Smith. He's met with a double team. She gets the ball out to Johnson. Johnson pushes up the floor. She hands it back off to Smith. Tatum, nice swing over to Riley. Houston inside to Johnson. It's good. Jalen Johnson
And that's
with
how,
the finish.
that's how you beat this trap half court, with really full court trap that Prairie View's running right now. You have to keep the ball moving, keep moving around, not let them get you in them trap positions where they can get you to pick your dribble up.
Tough move there by Mack as that layup is good by Daniels. As we're knotted here with 3:40 remaining at 20. Tatum has the ball in the right wing. Nifty handle. Nifty handle as he's makes a tough finish there on the baseline. Not able to convert it. Here comes Mack and the Panthers as Mack has the ball up top. Nice look inside to Daniels on the backdoor find.
Yeah, that was a great pass by Cam.
30-second timeout here by Coach Dylan Howard. Going to talk things over with 3:17 remaining here in the ball game. The Bulldogs trail now by 2, 22-20.
Yeah, we definitely got a good one on our hands right now as both teams are starting to pick up the pace a little bit. They're starting to find their rhythm. They're still not shooting as good as I know both coaches want them to, but they're starting to pick it up offensively and defensively. Both teams are doing one thing good, and that's forcing turnovers. So I'm pretty sure both coaches is preaching cleaning their game up, especially on the foul side too, as both teams are now entering the bonus.
Welcome back to Elmore Gymnasium. As the Bulldogs trail here with a little over 3 minutes remaining in the first half as Houston's going to get the ball on the inbound from Smith. Nice pass to Tatum, not able to corral the ball in. The Bulldogs are going to have yet another turnover. That's their 12th in the half.
I know Coach Howard isn't happy about that. They're just not coming off of 17 turnovers now, near matching that total in the first half. We really need to clean our game up. It's still a close one, and we don't need turnovers to push us out of it.
Subbing in for the Bulldogs is going to be Garrett Hicks as well as E.J. Williams. As the Bulldogs change into a 2-3 zone, 2-3 man zone. 3 balls up, no good there from Roberts. Hicks races up the floor. He finds Williams. Williams looking for a high-low. He finds Johnson. Right-hand layup is good. Jalen Johnson on the finish.
Yeah, and that was a good play by EJ, keeping his head up, seeing both defenders had their attention on him and finding the open man, Jalen Johnson.
As he stepped out of bounds, that ball's going to go to the Bulldogs. As Briscoe will check into the ball game for the Panthers, as well as Cox. Hicks finds Johnson. Johnson up top, tough right-hand drive. He's met at the basket there by Briscoe.
And it's really been tough to score for both teams. Both teams really put an emphasis on defense, as it hasn't been just that many open shots so far in this game.
How about the athleticism by both teams so far in this half?
Yeah, both teams are moving. They're getting out in these fast breaks. They're jumping. They're blocking shots, dunking. It's been an entertaining game so far, even really being a low-scoring one.
As the Bulldogs went back in front. Only for Williams to answer the Bulldogs basket there. 25-24, close ball game here.
Yeah, I definitely, our Bulldogs definitely need to win this last minute.
Tough finish there as he threw both hands up, as to say it happens.
Hey, nice shooter's touch right there. We need to roll, as like I was saying, we need to win these last minutes. This is definitely a close game, and we'd like to have as big as lead as possible to go into the second half.
Checking in for the Panthers is going to be Roberts as well as Daniels. Checking in for the Bulldogs is going to be Parker and Lawal. Daniels is able to get the inbounds. He looks out to Mack. Mack over to Daniels. Not able to cash in on an easy layup. Here comes Parker. Parker, nice find of Johnson with the two-hand finish. Jalen Johnson throwing the hammer down.
That's how you run a fast break right there. Great job of Parker keeping his man behind him and finding the man up top in Jalen Johnson. Great finish right there.
1 minute remaining here. Williams wide open three. It's up, no good. Ball tipped around. Lawal's not able to corral it. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession is going to stick here with the Panthers. Into the ball game for the Panthers is going to be number 0, Lionel Henry, the 6'8" senior forward out of Chicago, Illinois, majoring in criminal justice. Tough defense there as Roberts tried to drive towards the baseline. He's going to be fouled by Parker. That'll be Parker's second, team's 8th. Into the ball game for the Bulldogs is going to be Smith as well as London Riley checking in. With just 46.2 seconds remaining here in the first half, the Bulldogs are leading here at Elmore Gymnasium.
Yeah, and Coach Howard, he put two shooters out there, so expect if they get into a half-court set for him to run a play for one of them.
Bulldogs have to get the ball past half court quickly as Tatum does. He looks for Riley off the shoe of Riley as Tatum is able to get the ball back. Hicks for three. No good. Rebounded by Riley. He's going to bring the ball back out to Jalen Johnson as Tatum has the ball up top. Mano y mano. 10 seconds remaining here on the shot clock as Williams is on the no. Switches off to Roberts. Gives a nice move. Three balls up. No good as it touches the top of the hoop. We're going to have a basket interference. As the Panthers will have one last look as the shot clock is officially off. 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. Roberts kicks it over to Williams. Drives inside. Tough layup is up. No good. Hicks has the ball. 2 seconds. 1 second. Tough three is up. No good. As the horn sounds off, the Bulldogs will go into the half with a 2-point lead, 28-26. Juwan, interesting first half so far as a lot of defense was being played and a lot of miscues earlier on in the first half as well as we have a low-scoring ball game.
Yeah, and it's really coming down to defense. Both teams, they're not hitting their shots, but some of it's due to the great defense, especially on Prairie View side. They're playing real intense. They're trapping everything. They're making us really have to move and make smart decisions. And then on our side, we're really contesting everything. We gave up a few open shots there at the end of the half, but other than that, we haven't gave up just that many open shots as they only have hit 2 threes so far this game. It's just really who's going to get their offense going. Both teams are struggling. Prairie View is shooting 29% from the field goal, and we're shooting 36%. So both teams really need to find a rhythm on the offense as the defense has been the story of this game.
Absolutely. With the first half officially over, the Bulldogs lead 28-26. A lot of turnovers were being made here, and we talked about that earlier, and particularly, earlier on into the first half. Just a lot of miscues being made. Both teams shared over 15 turnovers here in this first half earlier on.
Yeah, they're really near 19 with, 20 with 19 turnovers, 12 coming from A&M. And even though we're forcing turnovers, we're giving the ball up on the other side. And that's one thing I was saying when this game first started is that Coach Howard wants them to cut down on turnovers as we just had 17 last week. So I'm pretty sure in the locker room he's still in their ear telling them play smart basketball. As that's really the basis of Prairie View game today is making us speed up our offense, and when we speed it up, you tend to make those bad plays, those travels, missed passes, and stuff like that. So really need to slow down, beat the press, and get into our half-court offense where we've really been thriving so far today.
Absolutely. As we're at the halftime break here at Elmore Gymnasium, the Bulldogs lead 28-26. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to TM Elmore Gymnasium as the Bulldogs lead by just 2 here at the half, 28-26. I'm being joined by none other than my special guest today, Coach Connell Maynard. Coach, interesting first half here as we saw a lot of turnovers. What adjustments would you probably make if you were coaching here at half?
Well, you don't have to make a lot. You just need to take care of the ball. We probably turn it over. Unforced errors, what we call them, probably 5 or 6 times. And they just stopped that right there. I mean, we still got the lead, got a 2-point lead. So if we can just stop the unforced errors where they don't force us to turn the ball over and we just turn the ball over, we in good shape. I think Coach Howard's done an excellent job. The first half, he got his team in the lead at home against the number 1 team in the league that's 9-0. So he's doing a great job so far at halftime. They got to come out the second half and continue and keep it up. Prairie View's putting a lot of pressure on them, and they play fast and they trap, and they switch out and play a lot of people. And we're a little short at our guards right now. I think we got two guards, maybe 3 at the most.
No
And
Cameron
so
Tucker today, yeah.
hopefully it won't wear us down in the fourth quarter. All this pressing they doing, full court pressure and trapping and just running. Hopefully we can hang on and kind of slow it down and get it to the fourth quarter and maybe pull it out.
Absolutely, Coach. We got some film from last week's practice scrimmage. As you know, you guys have a really dynamic offense. You want to talk? We talked a lot about the offense earlier on here before the game and during the early first half of the game. But what about the defense? As you guys know, you guys are missing a lot of defensive back leadership, as well as you lost Portlock, as well as you lost, the name is fuzzy.
Mike Mills.
Mike Mills, absolutely.
Yeah, Mike Mills was good. This one's highlights right here from the scrimmage. That's a little hitch out to Xavier Moore, who had 1,000 yards last year, and that was Joe on the tackle there. So he's pointing out, watch out for the blitz right there. That's what he was showing him. And he picked up the guy on the end, and we throw another little slant here to Abdul. And he had 1,000 yards as a freshman last year. So that's our 2,000-yard receivers right there. And let's see what we got here. He's pointing it out. He's pointing out the blitz. We're going to pull and throw. He looked like he was going to blitz. So, again, that picks up 6 yards right there. Just if they show any kind of signs of blitz, the quarterback going to pull and just sling it out there, and you pick up 6 yards just like that.
Now, Coach, correct me if I'm wrong here, but Abdul was a walk-on originally, correct?
Yes, he was. He was a walk-on. I mean, I tell people all the time, I'm going to play the best guy. You don't have to be a scholarship guy. If the walk-on's the best guy, that's who's going to play. Here's Cam Smith right here running a little quarterback run.
And he's a freshman, correct?
He's a transfer. He's a junior.
Nice to see.
That's a good hit by Marcus Cushings right there.
Glad to see him back. He's going to have a huge year. He had a huge year last year, especially in the Jackson State game.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's a good player. We just got to keep him fresh and keep him going for 4 quarters. But he plays hard. He got a motor that don't stop, and he's going to give us all he got. He's going to give us all he got. He really is.
Coach, which game do you have particularly circled? We talked to Coach Howard last week, and he told us, we had some games circled that last year we kind of let go and we wanted to have back. So we have these ones circled this year that we know for sure we're looking to get up and get ready for.
Well, we don't really circle games. We take them one game at a time. We got a saying, respect all and fear none. Yep. So you got to respect the team that you're playing, get ready to play those guys, take care of those guys, move on to the next. But if we did circle a game, it's always a game that we lost the year before because we want to win that game the next year. So who we going to play? Grambling?
So Grambling.
We're going to play Grambling. We want to be able to beat those guys this year. We had a chance to win that game. It was 10-10 in the fourth quarter, and Grambling made more plays than we did down the stretch. So they'll be coming here this year. So we look forward to that game, trying to get that game back. We beat State. We haven't played Prairie View yet. And then Jackson, we've beaten Jackson both years. So, but it's been good games, and we had to come back both years. We started off in the hole down there the first year, 16-0, right, and was able to come back and win. Then last year, they played very well against it. We had to come back in the fourth quarter and win that football game.
We were down 10 within 3 minutes left in that fourth quarter.
Right. So, they're licking their chops, saying that they should have beat us.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're going to be looking forward to that game and be ready to play against us. So every game is going to be tough, and it starts next week with Valley.
Coach, can you talk about how versatile your receiving core is this year? I mean, last year, like you said, you had multiple 1,000-yard receiving receivers, as well as your tight ends are still solid, having both Kendrick Johnson as well as Howard back as well.
Yeah, Kendrick and Howard are mainstays with our tight end position. They two big bodies. Both of them got good hands, run good routes. Um, and so anytime you got good tight ends, that's going to just help you out everywhere else. But we got good wide receivers out wide with Abraham and Xavier Moore. And then on the inside, we got Jenkins and CJ and OJ and Keon. We just signed Keon, a transfer from Louisville.
Wow.
And so we got a lot of depth and little five. What's five name? I think
You talking about Terrell?
Terrell. We got Terrell.
Gardner.
Terrell's having a real good camp. So we're pretty deep at wide receiver. You know, we can go 6-7 deep at wide receiver and not miss a beat. So, but we got to hold up front. It's all on those guys up front in the run game. They get 3, 4, 5 yards every time, and then protecting the quill, and so he can get the ball to these dangerous receivers that we have.
Coach, a lot of people have talked about the landscape in the FCS as well, and the transfer portal is starting to come into play. How do you guys navigate that avenue there with the transfer portal as far as recruiting is concerned?
Well, you know, you still got to keep your classes balanced, you know, so you can't just go to the transfer portal and get all your players from the transfer portal. If you do, you know, like if we got to sign some freshmen. So if now you're going to go to the transfer portal and get freshmen, that'll take the place of a freshman. You know, but you can't go to transfer portal and get all seniors, juniors, and then you don't sign nobody in your freshman class, because now your senior and your junior class going to be heavily loaded, and you're going to lose 30 people in 1 year, and you don't have nobody to replace them because you don't have no freshmen that should be redshirt freshmen and sophomores. So you still got to balance, make sure that you bring in the right amount of freshmen. So if you do go to transfer portal, you got to bring in a couple of those guys that transferring or leaving the portal, but they still got 3 or 4 years.
Coach, we could talk about the national landscape as well, as we see now that certain quarterbacks are on the market now. It's going to be a huge free agency coming in for the NFL soon, as now Russell Wilson is looking to throw his name out there as well. What do you think about how the free agency landscape is looking so far?
I think it must be pretty bad in Seattle for Russell to be talking about being traded and leaving, because he's a stand-up guy, and you know, he's just a team player, and so evidently he's getting a little frustrated what's going on in Seattle behind the closed doors, which we don't know what it is, but we know he's frustrated if he's mentioned anything about being traded. So the only good news I can think about that is he mentioned us, the Dallas Cowboys, is one of the teams that he'll go to. So we need to go ahead and snag him. We'll take Russell Wilson tomorrow.
Oh, God, those Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness gracious. Coach, I can't believe you're a fan of those guys, man.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. I don't see
It's
how you
okay.
guys do it. Well, Coach, we thank you again, and we looking forward to hearing from you and Ted Dixie on Sundays on
Yep.
WZDX.
Yep, we look forward to it, and can't wait to talk about the games and actually play some games and be able to talk about them. So that'd be great for us to get back in there next Sunday and talk about the game from Pine Bluff.
Coach, thanks again. We
All right.
appreciate you and look forward to you next
No
week.
problem. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Go Bulldogs.
Go Bulldogs. That was Coach Maynard. We're back from the break. As the Bulldogs are holding on to a 2-point lead. As we had to fight for the ball down inside the key. Tough play there. It's good from Linnell Henry. As Tatum has the ball. Tatum weaving through traffic, finds Smith. Thought about a three. Brings the ball over, looking for Hicks. Not able to find him as he's going to turn the ball over. Tough play there as Gambro Jr. is able to cash in on the Bulldogs turnover. As we just had a 4-point swing here early in the second half, as I'm joined by Jawan Davis again. as the Bulldogs now trail by 2. We're leading at 2 at the half.
Yeah, it was a quick turnaround, definitely. They got those 2 quick fast break points. That's why I was saying we need to limit our turnovers and really get them to get in their half-court offense, as we've really been doing a good job of defending that.
As we have a shot clock violation here, as Johnson wasn't able to get the mid-range off. Into the ball game for the Bulldogs is going to be number 22, London Riley. Tough lob pass for Gambro Jr. as he stepped out of bounds. The pass was a little bit ahead of him.
Yeah, I know Prairie View down. I know they want that one back, as he did a good job of sneaking in behind the defense. As I don't think E.J. Williams even knew he was behind him.
Tatum met with a screen by Johnson. Looking to get the ball to Johnson as the ball went loose. Roberts has the ball on the left wing. He spins, finds Williams. Roberts looking to drive inside. We're going to have a foul on Johnson. That'll be Johnson's first, team's first of the half.
Yeah, it seems like this game is getting more physical and more chippy as it gets now. Definitely don't want to get in foul trouble the second half like we did in the first half.
Three ball is up, no good there from Roberts. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's going to find Hicks. Here comes the Bulldogs as Hicks is looking to get into offense early here. Met with a double team. He swings it over to Williams. Williams tries a mid-range. It's up, no good. Tough Euro step there by Daniels.
Great job. That was a great job right there by EJ, not giving up on the play-in. Really stopping the fast break himself, stopping number 22, and then forcing the travel right there.
As it seems like, for some reason or not, the dog pound is still affecting opposing teams. There's no one there in the stands, as you know, this season we are limited in capacity due to COVID-19. But for some reason, that side of the floor is still affecting teams stepping out of bounds and basically making space very small as well.
But I say it's the R of it. Even when they're not there, they're there. I'm about saying the few students we do have here today, they're still making an impact in the crowd. That's why I'm glad to see that we have fans here.
As Mack is looking to drive inside, he swings over to Roberts. Roberts knocks over Parker. As Mack will try a three, it's up, no good. Rebounded by Riley. Here comes the Bulldogs as Hicks has the ball.
It seemed like the Panthers passed up a couple open shots on that one. I know Coach Scott probably wanted them to go up right there.
Hicks' floater is good. Garrett Hicks looking to heat back up here as he did in the first half. A really solid outpouring there in the first half from him. As that foul is going to go on Riley. That'll be his first. You have a timeout on the floor as the Bulldogs lead by 2 with 15:52 remaining here as we are still underway in the second half. The Bulldogs lead by 2. Been a back and forth game practically all game long so far. Juwan, what does the Bulldogs need to do to break this lead open?
They just have to keep fighting. I mean, it's a reason why this Prairie View team hasn't lost a game in the conference. But I know, like I said earlier, Coach Howard, with the way we're playing, because we're starting to get shooting better as we're shooting 39% now and forcing 30%. We just have to keep going and keep getting the rhythm of the offense going. If we can keep our defense going and get on a run offensively, we just need to stretch the lead, and I feel like we can be fine. But this definitely is a great Prairie View team as they're, even with them shooting 30% and with their 8 turnovers, they're still in this game as well. So it's really just who's going to win these last 15 minutes and 52 seconds.
As the horn sounds, the Bulldogs are going to have Parker, Johnson, as well as Riley in their front court. And they're going to have Tatum and Hicks still in their backcourt.
Yeah, and Javon Tatum, he started off well, but he's really gotten better as the team, as the season has got by. His role on the team has got bigger and bigger as he's definitely becoming one of those leading scorers for our team.
Tough finish from Williams, no good. As Henry was able to clean that play up, as we're knotted again at 32. Tatum, tough mid-range up, it's good. Javon Tatum.
Hey, we need some of those. We need some of those tough ones to go down.
Nice rebound there from Parker. Hicks is going to bring the ball out. He's being trapped. Finds Parker. Parker swings it over to Tatum. Tatum is going to call out for a screen. As Parker is going to make his way back out. They clear the floor. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tatum, tough look. He finds Johnson. Johnson's foul. Ball rolls out, but he's going to be at the line for 2.
Yeah, that was a great ISO play right there by Javon. He broke his defender down. Then when the help defender came over to stop the drive, did a good job of fouling Jalen Johnson. Also, Jalen Johnson, good job of drawing the foul.
As the roles for Hicks and Tatum have kind of actually been increased today, as the Bulldogs are missing Cameron Tucker.
Yeah, and Cameron is definitely a great missing piece for our team. He's an excellent defender, one of the better ones on our team. He's a great playmaker for us. He doesn't always have to score to impact the game, but when he is scoring, it's a whole different ballpark for our A&M team. But so I like to see how Tatum, Hicks, and also London Riley have stepped up in these in Cameron Tucker's missing minutes.
As that foul went on Parker. Williams has the ball. Tough left-handed drive towards the baseline. Kicks it back out. As Mack has the ball. He looks over to Daniels. Daniels, tough mid-range. It's up, no good. Short. Rebounded by Tatum as he's met with a double team. Tatum finds Parker. Parker over to Riley. Riley stepped out of bounds.
Once again, another turnover, and that makes it 17, where we've matched the turnovers we had last game with 14 minutes left in the game. So, like I've been saying all game, we have to clean our game up if we want to extend this lead.
Nice find inside was Bo. As Tatum is directing traffic. He's looking for a pick and roll play here. Nice drives looking for Hicks. They're going to say that Tatum touched the ball last. Into the ball game for the Bulldogs is going to be Dalen Smith as well as Andre Cortez. Great to see him back there on the floor as we saw him earlier in the first half getting his wind in because, you know, you can't really simulate on floor intensity as in practices. You can only simulate that in game. As we looks like he's caught his second wind here. Good to see him on the floor after not being able to play for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, being off a couple weeks, it does a lot to you. You lose your rhythm, you losing your conditioning. So you just have to. The only way you can gain it back is playing. So it's nice to see that he's on here, and hopefully he can contribute a little more in the second half, like he did in the first.
Tough play there for Tatum. As that layup is good from Daniels. Bulldogs are trailing by 4 here, 38-34, excuse me. As Smith comes up the floor, it's going to be fouled. As that foul's going to go on Gamble. That'll be his second. Checking again for the Bulldogs is going to be London Riley. Checking in for the Panthers is going to be Briscoe as well as Cox.
And one thing our A&M team can't do is let these Panthers extend the lead. We have to keep it a close one. We don't need to be playing get back as they've really been forcing turnovers with this press, and it's only going to make it more difficult to come back if we're down by a certain amount of points. So we need to keep this game close.
Johnson has the ball up top. Nice crossover. He finds Riley. Riley's shot is blocked by Briscoe. As Daniels is able to slam the ball on the other end. Defense trying to get an offense here for this Panthers team as the intensity increases. Hicks driving down the floor. He finds Riley. Riley over to Smith. Smith mid-range is up. No good. Tipped by Johnson. Not able to come up with it. A little gimpy there on the play. Williams finds Mack. Thought about a three. Hesitates. I see he's been able to screen from Briscoe. Daniels finds a way to get it to Briscoe. Briscoe thought Mack was the referee. As we're going to have a timeout on the floor. The Bulldogs trail by 6 here early in the second half, 40-34. I'm going to put an emphasis on early in the second half because there's plenty of ball game left here as the Bulldogs are just a tad bit out of sync to start this second half.
Yeah, they're letting them get out and run, and that's where these last 3 buckets came from, fast break points. We have to limit turnovers. We're doing a good job of defending them in the half court, but when they're forcing a turnover or getting a long rebound and getting out in transition, that's when they're getting those buckets. And if we can't score to match that, they can really run away with this one. So we really just need to settle down and get into our offense and just force them to shoot the ball a little more. They're getting the majority of their buckets from the rim. They're only shooting 2 for 18 from the three-point line. So you just have to continue to play good defense half court and just try and limit any fast break points that the Panthers could possibly get.
Smith is going to inbound the ball. He finds Riley. Riley double team finds Tatum up top. Parker looking, nothing there. Nice fake there from Smith. As Mack is going to steal the ball. Tough layup is up and good from Cox as the Panthers' intensity is still here, and you can feel it over here on the other side of the floor.
And
nice find to Smith. It's up, it's good. Nice find there by Tatum.
And when you're leading, the intensity is only going to rise. So definitely have to, like I said, just keep this game close. Just keep cutting into this lead. Still have 11 minutes. A lot of ball game left in this one.
Mack has the ball. He finds Williams. Williams over to Henry. Henry back out to Williams. Tough left-handed drive. It's up, no good. Rebounded by E.J. Williams. Tatum looking for E.J. Williams off of his head.
Got to keep your eyes
Here comes
up.
Mack. He's going to be called for a charge. That charge is going to go on Henry. Great defense there by Parker.
Yeah, great smart play right there. Seeing his defender is coming in full speed, taking a lick, and drawing the foul.
Checking game for the Bulldogs is going to be Garrett Hicks. He finds Tatum. Tatum over to Hicks. He finds Riley. Riley for three. No good. Here comes Mack. Mack is going to bring the ball back out as he finds Williams up top. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Tough play there as Cox wasn't able to make the layup.
Yeah, it seemed like he was trying to draw the call.
Hicks finds Tatum on the wing. Tatum takes the screen. Tough mid-range is up. No good. Too hard off the back of the rim.
Yeah, we need to get some easy buckets in. We aren't scoring. We're back cold like we were early in the first half. And just like we did in the first half, the only way we can break that is getting some easy baskets.
Mack swings it over to Cox. Inside to Henry. Henry finds Mack on the wing. Mack, tough right-handed drive. He finds Briscoe.
Offensive rebounds are killing us. I say, even though we're leading the rebound game, Prairie View is leading by 5, and I want to say at least 5 in offensive rebounds. We have to cut those offensive rebounds away as those are really extending this lead.
Hicks nearly loses the ball as he gets the ball stolen by Mack. 10-point ball game here as the Bulldogs are turning the ball over here. And just little to no effort.
And they're making it easy for the Panthers to come back with these turnovers. They're making it easy for them. They haven't really did anything, like I've been saying, in the half-court offense so far in this second half. But when they're getting down the fast breaks and forcing these turnovers, they're finishing every time. And those points off turnovers can kill you. One thing I can say about this A&M team this year is they found a way to win. They've won 10 games different ways, so the game's not over yet.
Riley for three. It's good. London Riley nails a corner three to get the Bulldogs back on the board to stop the bleeding here as the Panthers were going on a run.
Yeah, definitely needed that as the Panthers made 5 straight unanswered baskets, so really needed something to get our momentum going.
Three ball is no good there by Cox. Here comes Hicks and the Bulldogs. C. Smith with a trap. He finds Johnson. Johnson, nice look. Makes a move inside. It's good. Jalen Johnson and one.
And those are the tough ones right there. And you see it all started with the three. We got a three, we got a stop, and now we can make it back a two-possession game right here with the free throws.
As that foul went on Briscoe, that'll be his second. We got another timeout on the floor with 7:52 remaining here in the ball game. The Bulldogs are trying to fight their way back to the game as they're just down by 5 right now. It was getting a little out of control here earlier on as the Panthers' intensity rose and continuously rose into a 10-point lead, and then the Bulldogs started to fight back thanks to a three from London Riley.
And that's all we needed. We needed a basket. We didn't see the ball going to the hoop for a real long time, and we were turning the ball over. We were going possession. If it wasn't a turnover, they were getting the ball on a rebound and throwing it out there. We have to limit fast breaks. Fast break has, especially here in the second half, been Prairie View's offense. They're not shooting well. Really, neither team is shooting that well, but we're shooting better than them and still losing. So have to pick it up on our defense and not give up any fast break points and continue to play with the same intensity we are in the half court. And then on the offensive side, just do what we're doing right now. Just find a way to get a basket. We're only down 5, and if we make this free throw here, it's only a 4-point game. And with 7 minutes and 52 seconds, it's plenty of time for this game to change.
Juwan, we've seen a lot of turnovers here by this Bulldog team, especially here in the second half as of late. The Bulldogs have 22 turnovers in total this game here. What do they need to do to limit their turnovers here, especially being trapped earlier on when they get into their offense?
They have to make the smart play. You have to slow down. Don't play at their pace. Play at your pace. If you just get the ball up court, and once you get in the half court, if they come with the track, just keep the ball movement. If you can keep the ball movement, you're going to find somebody open because they're trapping the ball handler every time. So we just need to slow down and not play at their pace and get into our pace. Great pass.
Nice find there. Great strip by Hicks. Smith has the ball as he gets past half court. He's met with a trap. 3 balls up from Tatum. It's good. Javon Tatum for 3. He brings the Bulldogs just within 1 point.
And I just really love Javon Tatum's game. He gets better and better every game, man. It seems like if Garrett can't get a bucket going, Javon's going to take the exact same role Garrett's playing. Their games are very similar.
Tough possession there as the foul is going to go on Jalen Johnson on the correction. As that'll be his second.
And it's only a 1-point game, and even if he hits both free throws, it's a 1-possession game, so nothing to worry about at all. Just have to continue to play basketball.
As Roberts knocks down the first of the pair. Into the ball game for the Panthers is going to be number 14, Gerarda Briscoe. The junior criminal justice major out of St. Petersburg, Florida. Also checking in for the Panthers is going to be senior guard Dwayne Cox. Majoring in kinesiology. Tatum has the ball up top, directing traffic down low. He's going to get a screen from Johnson. He swings it over for Houston. Houston 3 is up. It's good. B.J. Houston ties the ball game here at Elmore Gymnasium. We're deadlocked at 48 with just under 6.5 remaining here in the ball game.
Will it be anybody but the senior on senior night to get the tie game, as we really haven't been this close since the beginning of the second half.
Mack has the ball. He's being draped all over by Tatum. Williams, tough find, blocked, but going to be called for a foul is Jalen Johnson. Tough possession there as Tatum played extremely good defense there on Mack.
Yeah, we just have to can't get into the foul game. Both teams are at 5 fouls now with 6 minutes left, and to be in a close game like this, and not only would it be in a close game, but with both teams really being up and down in their offense, free throws can definitely be a big part of this game.
As Williams is able to knock down the pair. As Tatum has the ball. We know double team is eventually coming here. As Tatum is being met by Williams. He's going to get a screen from Houston. Ignores the screen, finds Hicks. Hicks tries a three. No good. As it was called for a jump ball possession, it's going to go to the Panthers.
Yeah, one thing about this Prairie View team is they're going to stay intense the whole game. They haven't slowed down. They haven't took their foot off the gas pedal all game. So, and we have a battle with us. We just have to continue to fight on it. We still have 5 minutes and 40 seconds of basketball left.
As Mack has the ball in the left wing. He swings it over to Williams. Williams in the right corner. Mid-range is up, no good from Daniels. Here comes the Bulldogs. Hicks is met with a double team. As he's going to be fouled. That foul's going to go on Roberts.
And that's their 6th foul. So 5 minutes left. And Prairie View playing this high intense defense they're playing. I don't know if the coach is going to lighten up on the Tiffany and that, knowing he hasn't all game, but the pressure that's helping them win the game can hurt them in the same way if they continue to foul.
Ball nearly stolen by Cox as the Bulldogs will hold on to it. Big possession here for the Bulldogs as Memphis going to inbound the ball. He finds Houston. Houston over to Hicks. Hicks mid-range is up. It's good. Garrett Hicks.
And if there's one person that can hit a big shot for this team, it's definitely Garrett Hicks. Garrett Hicks has been that player when you need a bucket in a big moment, give him the ball.
Daniels, hop step, no good there on the right hand finish. The Bulldogs have a chance to take the lead here with this possession. As Tatum has the ball, he's met with a screen from Johnson. Takes a mid-range, he's gonna be at the line for 2 as Mack is gonna be called for the foul.
And Javon Tatum, he's really been putting his hold on this game. Even when it's been an up and down through some of our other players, he's kept that consistent hold of the game. He's been a consistent scorer for him. And not only that, but been an excellent defender so far in this game. And now we have a chance to get our first lead of the second half.
Sub again for the Panthers is going to be Henry as well as Gambo. And for the Bulldogs, it's going to be number 1, Parker. Great minutes out of him, as well as B.J. Houston's huge 3 in the right corner to tie the ball game back up.
Yeah, and that was a big shot. I think he missed both, so it's still a tie game. But been getting great minutes out of everybody today. It's really just been a great game, and even with our struggles, it's still plenty of time to run away with this one.
Mid-range no good from Henry. Here comes the Bulldogs. Hicks has the ball up top. Hicks takes a look. Tough mid-range up, no good. Rebounded by Henry. Mack has the ball. He swings it over. Williams, tough drive towards baseline. He's
Great
stripped.
play right there by
Riley
Tatum.
has the ball. As we're going to have a timeout here as Tatum is just down. Gingerly walking here as
And it seems like he might just be cramping up. Hopefully that's all it is. Right before he got banged up, he made a great defensive play. And with 3 minutes and 36 seconds left in the game, every possession counts. So definitely hope he'll be able to come back out here and finish this game.
as we have a timeout on the floor, we're getting into the meat and potatoes of the ball game as the Bulldogs are deadlocked with the Panthers of Prairie View A&M at 50 with 3:36 remaining here in the ball game.
Yeah, it's been a defensive one. Definitely been that both teams have been struggling to score, but one thing I can say about A&M, we've been on the rise field goal percentage-wise the whole game, and now we're shooting 44%. And when if you would have told me that earlier in the game when we were shooting 25, I wouldn't be able to tell you. So it's great to see that we're improving shooting. We're hitting some threes, and now we have 5 for this game as Prairie View is only 2 for 20 from the three-point line. They haven't hit one since the first half. So the one thing I can say that's killing our Bulldog team is offensive rebounds. We only have 5 to their 10, and when they not only have they gotten those offensive rebounds, they're scoring off them. So when you have to win the rebound game, win the turnover game, and play smart basketball so we can finish out this game with a W.
Welcome back to Elmore Gymnasium as the Bulldogs are tied at 50 with Prairie View A&M University.
And we have another chance right here to get that lead back.
Riley for 3. It's good. London Riley with back-to-back threes.
Great shot. And I like how he's been persistent with his game. He had a little slight struggle early in the game, but he's hitting 2 big ones so far in the second half.
As Cox has the ball. He finds Mack. Mack back up top to Cox. He quickly finds Williams. Inside is Henry as he brings it back out. Nice ball movement here from the Panthers. Williams, tough finish. It's up. It's good.
Can't let them get to the paint that easy. It was great defense all the way up to there. Have to force them to something a little tougher than that.
Hicks, tough floater. It's up. No good. Short. As Mack has the ball up top. We're going to get a timeout on the floor here by Coach Byron Smith. As it will be a 30-second timeout with 2:19 remaining here in the ball game. The Bulldogs lead by just 1, 53-52. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to TM Elmore Gymnasium as the Bulldogs lead by just one. Big defensive possession coming here as they're in the 2-3 zone. Tough find. Williams makes a move inside. Tough mid-range is up, no good. Ball tip. That's Riley's able to come down with the ball. He's going to be fouled. He's going to be at the line in a 1-and-1 situation.
And like I was saying, that intensity, that same intensity that's been helping them all game stay in this one could be the same thing they killed them with. Them now having 8 fouls, we're getting closer and closer to 2-shot territory, and we only have 5 when we're A&M, so just have to continue to play this, and hopefully if we're playing the free throw game, we can just hit our shots as it's our game to lose now.
Line is Dalen Smith. He's not able to get the free throw to go down. We're now under 2 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Henry kicks it over. Jawan Daniels looks to swing it over. Tough shot is up and good by Roberts as he'll be at the line for one more. As that foul is going to go on Parker. Checking in for the Panthers is going to be Dwayne Cox. Also checking in for the Panthers is going to be number 14, Briscoe. Parker brings the ball back out. He finds Tatum. Tatum up top, directing traffic. As he's met by Cox. As Johnson moves in on the block. As Johnson's going to be at the line for 2.
It seems like Coach Howard wanted to get the ball down there to Jalen. He liked what he saw, and 2 big free throws right here from Jalen Johnson.
Checking in for the Bulldogs is going to be B.J. Houston. As Johnson's not able to knock down the second of the pair. Big defensive possession coming here for the Bulldogs. Tough find. Daniels looking to drive in. Roberts brings the ball back out. He finds Williams. Williams' 3 is up. No good. Too hard. Rebounded by Hicks. Hicks going through traffic. Made with a double team. He's looking to get the ball up the floor. 39 seconds remaining here. Hicks weaving through. He finds Tatum. Tatum thought about driving. Nice crossover. Gets inside. Finds Houston. Houston to Smith. Smith. 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Has to make a move quick.
Hey! That's a tough call right there. It seemed like they could have went anyway.
As the refs As the referees are going to have a review here on the play.
I about to say, at most, that could have been a jump ball situation, in my opinion. But we'll see what the rest come out of this with.
Interesting play there at the end, as it was a tough find there from Tatum over to Smith. And then Smith had the ball up top, looking to drive inside, as there was a hand on it from Daniels. Came over to help. And it looks like Smith was going for a shot. It was pretty questionable there to be called on a foul. However, there was no call made.
But I think that might be off. It could possibly be off the 22 there. I can't really tell from this angle. Definitely a close call right here.
With 20 seconds remaining here in the ball game, the Bulldogs trail by just one, 55-54. Jawan, in a situation that the Bulldogs do retain possession, what do you think coach is drawing up as we speak?
I feel like he's probably going to get the ball down low to Jalen on one of his bigs again. With them having 9 fouls and the aggressiveness they've been playing at, I feel like he's going to give the ball to Jalen. And Jalen not only gives them a chance at getting the bucket, but he's really been drawing fouls and making a force down low. So I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get the ball to Jalen down low again. But at the same time, Garrett Hicks, he's really been the man in these situations. He hasn't backed down in these big shot situations all season. So it wouldn't be a surprise if Coach went there as well.
As the Bulldogs will retain possession here with 20 seconds and 1/10 remaining on the shot in the game. The Bulldogs have 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Into the ball game for the Panthers is going to be number 11, Dwayne Cox.
Yeah, and that definitely, them 2 seconds definitely changes the whole dynamic. You just have to go get to the first thing you can get open.
As Tatum is going to get a quick timeout. Very clever, as he wasn't able to find anyone. There'll be a full timeout. As we have a full timeout here for the Bulldogs. So we're going to be looking to get a quick inbound play here. Bulldogs have 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. They have to get a quick shot up here, as everyone is on their feet. And this Bulldog team is dialed in, especially towards the end of the second half. They were able to claw their way back from a 10-point deficit. It was huge, especially the 3 from B.J. Houston in the right corner.
Yeah, that seemed like that was the spark through it all. He's been playing great, especially these last, I want to say, about 6 minutes of the game. We've really upped the intensity to the intensity we were playing at the end of the first half. So with 2 seconds left, the good thing is it's enough time to possibly get a jump shot off. I'm pretty sure he's going to try and get Jalen running towards the rim, but at the same time, you could get it to one of your guards coming off the screen or something outside. They have enough time to catch, get into the form, and shoot. So I'm pretty sure coach is going to have something with Jalen running towards the rim. If that's not open, one of his guards coming off the screen, and hopefully we can get a look at the get a good look at the rim right here. One thing I can say, we found a way to battle with this top team right here. The Fairview Panthers, they're 9-0 in the conference, so they haven't had a loss yet this year in the SWAC. So it would definitely be nice for our fellow Bulldogs to be the team that gives them that first L in the record. There it is.
Hicks loses the ball. Not able to retain it. Johnson quickly fouls.
Had the pass, just didn't have the footing to go finish through on the layup. The good thing about this situation is it's a 1-and-1 situation, so if we get a miss right here, we can go right back out and have a chance to win the game. But either way it goes, if they hit both shots, there's still a chance to tie. And even though it's 16 seconds, there's plenty of time.
Whether he misses or makes this, it will be a one-possession ball. Johnson's going to be called for a travel as he came down with the ball.
Definitely a tough situation. They got the miss they've been wanting, but couldn't come all the way through with the rebound.
Bulldogs have to get a foul here as the shot clock was off.
Here we are, free throw game.
Shooting the 1-and-1 is going to be number 10, Jeremiah Gambrill Jr. Big free throws here coming out. The free throw's no good. Rebounded by Riley. Tatum has the ball. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Everyone's on their feet. We're going to get a quick timeout here by Coach Dylan Howard. Interesting timeout there, as it looked like Tatum was already in stride, ready to get ready for these last 10 seconds. Everyone is on their feet as the intensity is officially felt here in this building. Jawan, what do you think Coach is going to draw up on this play?
I mean, he has Garrett Hicks, who's definitely been stepping up in these situations, but I wouldn't be surprised if he writes something up for Javon Tatum. Javon has been the clear scorer for this team today. He's been playing great offensively and defensively, so I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to draw something up for the hot hand Javon to make the play. One thing about a Bulldog team is we've been in these. This isn't the first time we've been in these type of situations this year, so this isn't nothing new to us. So we'll see how these last 9 seconds play out.
Hicks is going to inbound the ball. He finds Tatum. Tatum up top, 4 low, mano y mano. Tatum and Williams, Williams and Tatum. 2 seconds, tough shot. It's up, no good, in and out. As Tatum would love to have that one back. Tough mid-range from Tatum as he can't believe it went out. Great game from both teams as it came down to the end.
Yeah, definitely was a great one. Battle with the top team in the conference, and even with it being the L, definitely was a hard-fought game for our Bulldogs.
Extremely hard fought as the Bulldogs fought back from 10 down with 4 minutes remaining here in this ball game, and just came within striking distance within the top team of the conference. The Bulldogs come out of this one with a hard-fought loss, 55-54.
Yeah, I know one
It was
thing.
a tough play.
Yeah, I know Coach Howard's going to look back and see that when you're drawing 24 turnovers in the game, it's going to be tough to win. So it was good that they still were in it at the end, but It's tough to win the game when you're drawing. We give up 24 turnovers. As the Prairie View, they cleaned up their game. They had 9 in the first half and only finished the game with 12. So that's definitely been the killer of the game. And also with offensive rebounders, as I said earlier, they doubled us in it. And even though we were leading in the rebound, those offensive rebounds, those second chance points, and then with those fast break points, it really was the two killers of the game.
Hard fought loss here. It's tough one to swallow, especially given how hard this team fought against a team that's undefeated in the conference, been well known to be one of the top tiers in this conference as far as men's basketball is being played here in the SWAC, as the Bulldogs lose by just 1 point at the buzzer, 55-54.
Yeah, definitely was a good one. But season's not over yet. We still have plenty of season left. We can finish out with on a winning streak and go into tournament play. Conference tournament play with a chance to go at the big one.
Jawan, this Bulldog team cannot sulk on a loss, especially a tough one like this, for too long because they have a game right here Monday against Texas Southern University.
Just got
Another great team within our conference as well.
You got to look at the positives. I mean, it was obviously a lot of negatives in the game, but you have to take the good with the bad. You have to look at the negatives and improve, and look at the positives to keep them going, and on to the next game. The season isn't over yet.
Well, that will do it for us here at TM Elmore Gymnasium as the Bulldogs came out of this one with a tough loss, 55-54 for Jawan Davis. I'm Chauncey D. Sanders. We'd like to see you all here Monday at 5 p.m. as the girls take on the Maroon Tigers of Texas Southern University.